from the crossroads of America. We're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, has it teed up and ready to go. And here we go from Indy. Fielded at the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now, first carry here for Ashton Genty. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Second down pass play coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now bringing tight end in motion right. Throwing now on first down. Short pass brought in. Spins his way into the open field. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Raiders first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
Give up the guts. It's Genty. Down to the 10. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Couldn't pay. There to take him down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Taylor again. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Give him 8 on that one. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They go again with Taylor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That'll be complete to Burks. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready.
3rd and 1. Here's Richardson. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway. You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Finds him quickly on the RPO. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First down.
Back to throw. That one connects. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders parlay the interception into points.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Way with the point after. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14. Colts, nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
15-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Taylor trying the left side. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we 18. Fight in. Bronco 80. 19.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They start out with 3rd and 4.
60 license. Chap 60, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Taking a deep shot here. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
Ready, ready.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
That's 19 Lions. Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Richardson. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. What a play on 4th down. Give him the first after a gain of 27. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Straight ahead with Taylor. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor, right side. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So first down from the 41. Running right, this is Taylor. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
65, 70, go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That finds Burks, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Panthers, 79 Broncos.
First down throw here from Richardson. And he'll go down here at the 16. Offensive line fast.
18 Robert, 18 Robert, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
And they'll throw this from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
19 tight, 19. Let's go. Ready?
Here he is on 3rd and short. That's caught for the first. He has the Indianapolis touchdown.
You're doing that all game. You ain't going to get it again, bet that shit.
Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Working quickly here.
Back at the 31-yard line.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Running back sent in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Still fighting forward. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-point lead.
Kate, that play right there, that run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level, but this rookie is putting on a show.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fields this one at the 3.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Ready,
And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
ready.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Tackle made right around the 26. That's going to be our 2-minute warning. A minute 54 left in the half. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, ready.
Here's Taylor. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
He's trying to push the field. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they have the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Here we go. Mustang 19, 18.
Back to throw, here's Richardson. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Darian Porter.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to Genty. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
28-7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
On the set.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
One last play before the break.
Here we go.
Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. Making the call himself. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Starting the 3rd with Taylor. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light, well, on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. It's everything he has under this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Straight ahead with Genty. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's going to throw it. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Another throw here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st down, Genty. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. He takes off with it. Pitch play to Genty. Down to the 10. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts from the goal line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor breaks the tackle. And he's escorted out of bounds, but not before driving them up near the 25. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Ready, set.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Tap 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Richardson now. And he put everything he's got behind it. A little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up third down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
On the double.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Ready. Prop, alert, alert. Set, hurt. Ready.
Now a handoff to Taylor. This gets the first and more. Down to the 10. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts get it back to a 14-point game. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's Mayer, he's got it. He's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
What do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 26. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
A gain of 26 yards.
Giving this to Genty. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
Ball carrier. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Raiders up by multiple touchdowns, and they've got the football. Second and 3 now. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This is Genty on second. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Medical staff hurrying out to the field after that play, Brock. Looks like somebody was injured, and oh, no, it is running back Ashton Genty. Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. Third down. Running back motions right. They'll throw. Third and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Looking in the air here. He brings it in. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
First down, Las Vegas.
And motion him out of the backfield left. Pass play on 1st and goal. Makes the catch. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
42, Colts 21.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41.
Let's go. Get up.
Here's a handoff for Taylor. He's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now.
Taylor is the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready.
They go again with Taylor. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
At the 44-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Panther 6, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's going deep this time. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Go. Ready.
They're going Taylor. And this one will not work out for him. He's stacked up behind the line, and he's going to head off after a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Let's go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down, Raiders.
Throwing now on 1st down. He'll get this to Tucker. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Raiders about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And off to Jency. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. Running back sent in motion left. They're going to try to throw for it. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead.
Colts 21.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. First and 10.
Here we go. Let go.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
37-yard line.
Back to Taylor on second down. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And they take this in for the score. The Colts making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
49. Colts 28.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff.
For Indianapolis.
His return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. They're going to pass it here. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. First and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Running right. This is Taylor. And he only picked up about 3 yards there before they got to him with second down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6.
Ready.
Taylor again. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Going to turn to Taylor on third down. They go to him again, Brock, and they deny him the line again. That's another loss. This one sets up fourth down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On the jump.
They've got to go for it in his spot, Brock. This is fourth down.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Desperation time here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Buying some time right. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
Looking on first down. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Gay with the point after. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
Raiders 56, Colts 28.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win.